don't know you. I don't know your mental stability. You fucking touch me.
Whoa. What do you mean? What do I mean? What do you think this is? The monkey
When
bars?
you get agitated in the world.
I'm gonna be real.
I just need you. Stop.
This officer sees a nice car at a gas station with out-of-state plates, and for some reason, he decides that's suspicious enough to run the plates and approach the driver.
What's going on? What are we up to?
No, man, I'm just getting some gas.
Getting some gas. Yeah. All right, well, just so you know, I had my eye on you, and I ran your plates. I did the due diligence.
The officer admits he's been watching this guy and ran his plates before even approaching. The plates come back as registered to some kind of government or foreign entity, which confuses the officer. But instead of being professional about it, he starts getting aggressive and demanding answers.
And I ran your plates. I did the due diligence, so don't think I'm just walking up on you randomly. The plates don't match the state we're in, first of all, and they're coming back as attached to...
The driver is rightfully confused. He's doing nothing wrong. And the officer keeps pressing him about the car, where he got it, and why he's there. The officer even admits that legally, the driver hasn't done anything wrong, but he still won't leave the guy alone.
It really doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter? But it doesn't match up what I would think it should match up, because the state, first of all, state is not the state we're in. So that was my first one. And
Notice how the officer keeps mentioning that it's a nice car. This is a classic example of profiling.
See here.
I have a question for you. Why are you stopping me and I'm not even driving?
You are already here. That's the perfect part. We can just have this easy conversation. I was hoping when I ran everything, it just came back clear.
Is this a traffic?
But here's the legal problem with that. If a reasonable person wouldn't feel free to leave, then it is a detention, regardless of what the officer calls it.
I don't think I have to explain that.
You don't think you're
straight with the car, correct?
For the most part, but I don't understand why it's coming back with the read.
Reading my tags?
Because
I didn't do anything wrong.
The officer has no legal grounds to detain him, but he keeps pushing.
Why are you harassing me?
Harass. Why we got to jump to that? We got to make it that.
Because you asking me personal questions.
Simple questions.
Everything is fine with the registration.
Yes.
And you asking me personal.
Well,
the tension is building, and the officer is getting more aggressive. He keeps asking personal questions that have nothing to do with any legitimate law enforcement purpose. And then, the driver drops the bomb that changes everything.
Pretty much my dad is a French ambassador of America, and his security crew is coming in 2 minutes. I suggest you get out of here, and it's going to be big problems for you, especially for you.
Boom. The car belongs to a diplomatic mission, and the driver's father is a French ambassador. This means the vehicle likely has diplomatic plates, and is protected under the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations. The officer has just created an international incident over nothing.
French ambassador.
French ambassador. I told you what it is, and this you keep on harassing me. I got and I just don't want to be spotted.
That does make sense, because that's why I was confused, because you didn't seem French.
Watch how quickly the officer's attitude changes. Suddenly, all that confidence disappears. He realizes he's been harassing someone with diplomatic connections, and his whole demeanor shifts.
Didn't seem French.
Man, have a good day. Just stop asking me questions. Go about your day, all right?
And just like that, the officer backs off completely. No more demands, no more questions. He realizes he's made a huge mistake and quickly exits the situation. If you thought that first case was wild, buckle up, because this next one is absolutely bonkers. NJ cop slams his own police chief onto car hood after he showed up drunk at a crash scene.
Now you got a jacket on that's not fit to be worn.
The scene starts with Sergeant Billy working a DWI investigation. He's doing his job, dealing with a crash, when the police chief shows up. But something's immediately wrong. The chief starts complaining about Billy's jacket. Apparently, it has some kind of marking or logo that's supposed to be removed. This is not the time for uniform complaints.
The sergeant forgot.
Okay, Chief. Let me work this DWI, okay? Chief, I'm on a DWI.
Over here.
Chief, I'm on a DWI.
Get over here.
I'm on a DWI.
Billy tries to stay professional and asks the chief to let him work the DWI investigation. He's literally in the middle of a serious police matter, dealing with potential criminal charges and public safety. But the chief won't back off. and then things escalate fast.
Chief, I'm working. I don't have time to argue about a jacket, okay? Don't you touch me. Don't you touch me. Don't you fucking touch me. You have a problem? Fuck. You grabbed me.
This is assault, even between police officers. Billy tells him multiple times not to touch him, but the chief keeps engaging physically.
Before you get a problem.
Take him in. Take him.
No, you're gonna go in.
Take him.
Drunk again. Whose keys are these?
They're mine.
Did you catch that? This is absolutely chaotic. A police chief, drunk at a crash scene, is getting into a physical altercation with his own sergeant. This is every department's nightmare.
Get out of here.
No.
Chief, get out of here or you're gonna get locked up.
No,
Chief, you're gonna get locked up. You grabbed me. I asked you 3 times to leave me alone. You're obstructing my DWI.
Billy, come over here.
Billy is actually threatening to arrest his own boss. And legally, he'd be justified. The chief is obstructing an active investigation. He appears to be intoxicated, and he's being physically aggressive.
Let him go.
That's the first thing. Billy,
I'm trying to get away from
up.
everybody.
Shut up, because you're in trouble now. Stop,
I'm
please,
not in
stop.
trouble.
Stop,
I'm not in
stop,
trouble.
stop.
You're gonna be in trouble.
Stop,
You're gonna be
Billy,
in trouble.
Billy.
But Billy isn't backing down. He knows he's in the right here, and he's not going to let his chief's rank intimidate him into ignoring this behavior.
That's neither here nor there.
Okay.
That's neither here nor there. Now we got a real fucking problem, Billy.
Yeah, we do.
I know.
We do.
All right, you're gonna have to go inside.
No, how about we do
No,
this?
no.
How about we go
Billy.
inside?
His priorities are completely backwards. Billy agrees they have a problem because the chief has created an impossible situation.
Billy, you're relieved.
Okay.
You're relieved.
Well,
No. Billy, you have to understand something. You're relieved. Billy, you're relieved. Go home in the headquarters.
But Billy isn't having it. He knows the chief has no legal grounds to do this, especially given the chief's current state.
Billy, you're suspended, Billy.
I'm
You're
suspended?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm suspended. I'm going home.
Yes. Billy, come here.
I'm going home.
No,
We can't talk. I'm suspended.
No.
No, I'm suspended.
If he's suspended, he's going home. He's not going to sit in the headquarters and wait while the chief continues this circus. The chief suspended him for doing his job, while the chief showed up drunk to a scene. The irony is unbelievable.
Billy, you're suspended.
All right, if I'm suspended, then I'm not going to wait inside. Nothing more to say.
No, Billy. You have to. Let me explain something to you. Billy, you're suspended.
Okay.
All right.
The back and forth continues, with the chief trying to maintain control of a situation he's completely lost control of. Eventually, Billy walks away, and other officers have to deal with managing their own boss, who's clearly intoxicated and has just assaulted an officer.
I want to run you over, so watch out.
No. Come on. Go ahead. You know I love you. Come on.
I know. What? What's wrong with you?
Stop. Billy.
Why would you do that to me?
Stop. Billy. Stop. You got.
Even at the end, the chief is still trying to play the victim, asking Billy, "Why would you do that to me?" As if Billy did something wrong by doing his job and investigating a DWI. This case shows that no one is above the law, not even police chiefs. But the next case involves an undercover FBI agent who's just relaxing in a park when a cop decides he doesn't belong there. Cop harasses homeless man and finds out he is a FBI agent.
What do you mean, what's up? I'm asking you. I'm out here patrolling the park. All of a sudden, I got a dude just sitting here laid out.
Okay.
The setup is simple. A man is sitting in a public park on a hot day, just cooling off. That's it. That's literally all he's doing. But Officer Johnson approaches him and immediately starts demanding ID. The man has committed no crime, violated no law, and isn't bothering anyone. But the officer has decided, for whatever reason, that this guy doesn't belong in the park.
You taking a nap or chilling or what?
Chilling, man. It's hot outside. I'm just
Right.
enjoying my day.
You can't find a more subdued area to find some shade? I mean, I get that this is a shaded area, but...
Right. This is.
The officer's questioning is already problematic. He's suggesting that the man should find somewhere else to be, even though public parks are, well, public. Anyone can use them. The officer then makes a shocking statement.
But you're
Something wrong?
it's just a park that's not meant for you. That's the problem. And it's cement, so it's not even cool. It's just shade.
What do you mean it's a park that's not meant for me?
I mean, what are you doing? Where are you headed? You headed?
The officer is literally telling someone they don't belong in a public park. This is discrimination, plain and simple.
This place, even though it's a park.
Am I bothering anybody?
Well, you're frustrating me because
Bothering somebody? I'm not doing anything wrong.
Well, wrong is kind of subjective, right? So legally, you're not really.
But the park is empty because it's hot outside.
I doubt one person like me is gonna have the park empty.
Well, even like you said, like you. What do you mean by like you? Someone that's out here where they're not supposed to be?
Man, I'm just chilling. I'm not doing anything wrong. I don't want to disrespect you, sir, and I'm not going to disrespect.
Not because one person is sitting there. There it is again, like you. The officer keeps using this phrase, and the man keeps calling him out on it. What does like you mean? The officer is profiling based on appearance, making assumptions about who belongs in the park and who doesn't.
And with you,
So what are you doing right here, sir? Like,
I'm approaching you for the people who are uncomfortable approaching this park, so that I can have a conversation with you. Maybe you can move along to an even cooler place, man. Maybe a place where you can camp out.
The man is simply existing in a public space, and the officer has decided that's a problem.
Kids, where's everybody playing?
okay, I'm one guy.
Right, and
Maybe they're not outside because it's hot.
but as you said, a guy like you. So a guy like you puts out sonar to everyone else, so when they go, hey.
The man makes a perfectly logical point. Maybe people aren't at the park because it's hot outside, not because of him. But the officer is fixated on this idea that the man is somehow dangerous or problematic, with zero evidence.
Am I free to go? I'll leave.
Listen, I just need your ID. Let's get back to the thing. I'll run you. I'll make sure you're straight. We'll get you on the.
I'm not giving you my ID.
I need to see your ID so that I can make sure that I don't need to take you downtown. I can just.
Now the officer demands ID. But here's the legal problem. In most states, police can only demand ID if they have reasonable suspicion that you've committed, are committing, or are about to commit a crime.
So why do you need to see my ID?
My man, now that we're interacting, we might as well just go through it, right?
Okay.
I now need to make sure.
Let me know why. Let me know why.
Absolutely, because now that we've had this interaction, I want to make sure I'm not sending some trouble.
That's not how the law works. You can't detain someone just to check if they might be a criminal.
Nice guy. I'm not assuming anything. I'm here to protect and serve. I'm serving. I'm not assuming, I'm serving. Yes, you're part of this.
This is exactly the kind of policing that violates constitutional rights.
Everyone else comes in. Instead of,
Okay.
hold on, now let me finish. You come in, you cause a problem, and then we have to go a different route. So go ahead and stand up, put your back towards me. I'm not going to let you.
This is insane. The man has done nothing to suggest he's violent or dangerous. The officer is now handcuffing someone for sitting in a park.
That hand, my man, don't fight it. We're gonna slowly do this, my man. We're gonna get you cuffed. Thank you for complying. Because again, I'm trying to protect you from myself, my man. I don't know you. I don't know.
But nothing about the man's behavior has been unstable. He's been calm, articulate, and reasonable throughout this entire interaction. And then comes the moment that changes everything.
Yo, back up, my man.
Hold on, what are you doing?
What's up? Hey, officer. Hey, I don't know you, man. Officer, what's going on?
What the hell?
What are you? I don't know you, officer. What's going on?
I didn't do anything.
One of ours, one of us? What do you mean?
Boom. Two other individuals approach and identify the man as one of ours, meaning he's law enforcement, specifically FBI. The man is an undercover agent, and Officer Johnson just blew his cover and violated his constitutional rights in one fell swoop.
One of ours, one of us? What do you mean?
You are an idiot.
I don't know these two guys.
Yeah,
He didn't do
look,
anything.
before you just come and make assumptions, all right? Do your job correctly.
I'm trying to serve,
Do your
man.
job correctly, man.
Okay.
This officer approached someone with no reasonable suspicion, harassed them, demanded ID without legal justification, and then physically detained them, all because of assumptions based on appearance.
Hey, that's my bad.
Okay? Do your job
That's my
correctly.
bad.
It's people like you that got the system really messed up,
He didn't do anything, man.
right?
All right, okay.
Blow our cover, man.
That's my bad. That's my bad.
Dude.
Officer Johnson's apology is too little, too late. The damage is done. He's blown an undercover operation, violated someone's Fourth Amendment rights, and revealed his own biases in the process. This case is a perfect example of why officers need to have actual reasonable suspicion before detaining anyone. All right. We've seen some pretty wild situations so far, but this next case might be the most hilarious. Dumb cop tries to kick judge out the courtroom and gets fired.
Who do you think you are?
How are you doing?
Who did you think you are? How did you get in here?
What do you mean, how did I get in here?
I mean, how did you get in here? What do you mean, what do I mean? What do you think this is, the monkey bars at the playground?
Judge Martin has just arrived at the courthouse for his new position. He's early, so he heads into the courtroom in his workout clothes, planning to change into his judicial robes before court begins. But the bailiff on duty sees someone he doesn't recognize sitting in the judge's chair, and he immediately assumes the worst.
You're sitting in the you're gonna sit down, huh?
Please don't.
You got about 5 seconds, boy.
It's pretty good.
Put down the gavel, get out of the chair, you're gonna be arrested.
Why would I be arrested?
I'm not playing games with you no more, boy.
This is already incredibly disrespectful, but the bailiff has no idea who he's talking to. Judge Martin stays remarkably calm, trying to give the bailiff hints without directly revealing his identity.
Why would you? Because you're sitting in the judge's chair,
There's a reason.
playing with the judge's gavel.
There's a reason why I'd be here. I don't look familiar to you?
There's a reason why you be here.
There's a reason why I'm in this seat right now. Do I not look familiar to you?
Judge Martin is literally telling the bailiff there's a reason he's in the judge's chair, asking if he looks familiar, giving every opportunity for the bailiff to figure it out. But the bailiff is so convinced he's caught a trespasser that he's not listening.
You from Adam?
That's crazy.
Boy, you got about 5 seconds to get out of that chair. We're gonna have word.
Don't call me.
Me, you gonna go round and round. Do you want to get arrested? You've been arrested before. You got a record?
No, I don't have a record.
Judge Martin repeatedly asks the bailiff to stop calling him boy, a term with deeply problematic racial undertones. But the bailiff continues being disrespectful, now asking if the judge has a criminal record. This is getting worse by the second.
Get out of that chair.
Relax.
This is all property of the state. This is property of the courtroom.
Crazy.
You come in here, you disrespect the office, you disrespect the chair, you bang the judge's gavel. You got about 5 seconds, boy.
The irony is incredible. Judge Martin is the one person in that room who has every right to be in that chair, and yet he's being threatened with arrest.
Tell me why.
I'm not, no. It's not my position to ask you questions. You answer my questions. You don't ask me questions.
Tell me why I would be here. There's only one reason why I would be here. Why would you be here?
Because you broke in here and you're sitting down the judge.
The power dynamic that the bailiff thinks exists is completely backward. He believes he's in charge, that he gets to ask questions and demand answers. But Judge Martin is literally his boss, several ranks above him in the courthouse hierarchy.
I have a lot of things to do. Could you please, just go on with your day. There's a reason.
I'm going to call it in. You want to make this into a case, do you? You could just leave. You could walk out of here right now. That's the end of it.
What kind of case would this?
Judge Martin is still trying to de-escalate, giving the bailiff every opportunity to back down gracefully. But the bailiff doubles down, threatening to call it in and turn this into a case. He's about to make this situation official, which will make his embarrassment even worse.
You got trespass. You're about to trespass you right now. You're not going to be allowed back here anytime. Unless you're arrested. Next time you get arrested, you're going to be over there. You're going to be brought before this. Well, so you might end up back here, but you're not going to be back.
Oh, the irony. The bailiff threatens to trespass Judge Martin from the courthouse, saying the only time he'll be back is if he's arrested and brought before the judge, not realizing that he is the judge. This is comedy gold. But it's also a serious situation that's spiraling out of control.
Oh, and you're going to get obstruction. Don't touch me. I'll do you for assault. I'll do you for assault in a police office. I saw you reaching over there. Boy, you need to shut that. You need to get up.
Yo, I got things I need to do.
Don't get chill.
Now the bailiff is threatening assault charges while Judge Martin tries to explain he has work to do. The judge is being remarkably patient, but you can sense his frustration growing.
Probably.
What's stolen? This is my property. This is my property.
Well, you're right, because
No, take a look. This is my property. This is my property. There's a reason why I'm sitting here.
This isn't your property.
This is my...
Judge Martin is practically begging the bailiff to ask who he is, to think critically about why someone would be in the judge's chambers with the judge's property. But the bailiff is so convinced of his narrative that he can't see what's right in front of him.
The guy sitting in the seat obviously broke in here is what you is.
The guy that's sitting in this seat, who is he usually? What is he?
This is just going round and round. You need to get. You need to get up and get, boy.
It's going round and round.
But the bailiff still doesn't get it. And then, salvation arrives in the form of another court employee who actually recognizes the judge.
Excuse me, what's going on, man?
Would you please tell him exactly who I am?
I found this gentleman, broke in here, trespassing, sitting in the judge's seat.
No. You're confused. This is the judge.
The moment of truth. Another employee walks in and immediately recognizes Judge Martin. The bailiff's entire world is about to come crashing down. Watch what happens when reality hits.
No. You're confused. This is the judge.
The judge? What do you mean the judge?
This is Judge Martin.
I just came back from working out, man. That's the only reason why I got my clothes.
You never told me your name was Judge Martin.
I don't need to tell you.
The bailiff is in complete shock. His face, his body language. You can see the moment it all clicks, and the horror of what he's done sinks in. He spent the last several minutes threatening to arrest his own boss, calling him boy, accusing him of breaking and entering, and being completely disrespectful.
You never told me your name was Judge Martin.
I don't need to tell you my name. You can't look, you can't see.
You messing with me this whole time? Well, we'll just go ahead.
Would you please escort him out? Just escort him.
A bailiff should recognize the judges they work for, and more importantly, shouldn't treat anyone the way this bailiff treated Judge Martin.
Your Honor,
I don't want to hear it.
this is all big on misunderstanding, you understand?
Well, yeah, it is. And this misunderstanding is going to cost you your job. Just please.
Judge Martin makes it clear. This misunderstanding is going to cost the bailiff his job. And honestly, that's appropriate. Okay, we've got time for one more quick case. And this one is another FBI agent situation. Undercover FBI agent school cop on law.
Just checking out?
What am I doing here? I'm shopping.
Where have you been lately?
Excuse me?
I got a call. I had
Officer Johnson approaches a man standing outside a location. The officer claims he got a call about someone fitting the man's description. But as the conversation unfolds, it becomes clear the officer is fishing.
little crazy dude running around, and you fit part of the description at least, and now I'm wondering.
The officer's reasoning is weak from the start. The man fits part of the description, which could mean almost anything, and saying someone looks stressed isn't probable cause for anything. The man rightfully questions what's going on.
Perfect. I'll explain myself.
You see what I'm doing.
I'm Officer Johnson. I'm here to protect and to serve. I'd really like to see your ID. If you can just go ahead and hand that over.
Dude, I'm not giving you my ID.
So you are going to be giving your ID, and the more you...
The officer demands ID, but the man refuses. Here's the legal reality. Unless the officer has reasonable suspicion of a crime, the man has no obligation to provide ID in most circumstances. The officer's insistence doesn't change the law.
Man of the law. You really should have just stopped there. So obviously you acknowledge the respect that should be placed my way, right? So I don't understand, if you understand that I'm a man of the law, why, and you're just a civilian, right? So if you're just a civilian and I'm a...
But respect doesn't mean surrendering your constitutional rights. The man is being perfectly respectful, while also standing firm on his rights.
Anyway, what's going to happen if you...
All right? You guys need to do a little bit better. You need to do a little bit better, okay? And I know you guys get hired for a reason. I know you go through protocols and everything.
And then the reveal. The man educates the officer on proper procedure, making it clear he's not just knowledgeable about the law. He's someone who understands police training and protocols from the inside. The officer realizes he's made another mistake.
Dude, make it make sense.
Sorry about that, officer.
Seriously.
Have a good day. You guys take care.
The officer backs off completely, apologizing and ending the encounter. He realizes he's just tried to unlawfully detain someone who knows better, likely another law enforcement officer or federal agent. Once again, assumptions and overreach backfire spectacularly. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more content like this. Drop a comment below telling me which case was the craziest.